When y'all get in. Um, yeah. Sorry, I just got out of the shower and I was gonna wear the head wrap, but nah. I wore it for a second and then it just was not working, so. But yeah, welcome in. I'm still trying to get the camera right and everything as well, but I think we're good. But yeah. If you all didn't see the post on the community tab, I got another book out. Just a bunch of channel messages from a bunch of different deities and angels, to just help through this journey as well. I was picking up a little bit on this energy, and welcome in everyone. That things are just getting weird. The first thing that I heard was you are enough. So someone's knowing that you are enough and that you weren't lacking in some sort of department. And it's really getting weird. Like there's just really weird energy. I don't know how else to explain it other than just awkward. Yeah, because someone's just not getting their wishes. Or a wish is backfiring on someone because we have this star. Oh, no, this Queen of Wands reverse wanted to be seen as the chosen one. That's the awkward thing. So people are realizing that this energy did everything because they wanted to be seen as an earth angel. What I'm confused about is I picked up on this energy a few times, this specific person, and people knew that this person wasn't gifted, but I guess they just didn't realize that they weren't. And I don't like saying it this way because it doesn't make sense, but for this person and for the sake of this reading, I'm just gonna say it this way. But they weren't chosen. They're not a chosen one. They're not an earth angel. They're not like a starseed or whatever. Like, this person was really wishing that they could be seen as one, even though they know they're fake, that they're not authentic, but they wanted to fake it till they made it, or at least distort the view of a lot of people. I guess that's confirmation right there. Just distort the view of multiple people so that they would think it's just given Salem witch trial energy. I can't get over it. It's just because a lot of the Salem witch trials, a lot of the reason why people were burned is because they were being lied on, because the people that were burned had more power, knew who they were, and they were just being burned at the stake. A lot of them were just wives that were not listening to their husbands as well, and it was just someone wanted to ostracize you just because you weren't submitting to their rules or their way of living or how they wanted you to act or be, which is bizarre because you're not, you live how you want to live. This person needs to realize that as well. But it's really awkward because everyone's starting to see this person is just doing it. Yeah, Empress reverse. This person's not an Empress. Someone might have been saying that they were Empress just because of how outlandish and I want to say extravagant, but that's not the word. This person feels like they're extravagant. This person feels like oh, come on, it wasn't that bad, or oh, but look at me though, look at all that I have, an Empress has to have all this. And it's no, the energy of the Empress comes from within. You attract. You don't just go out and splurge. That's not what an Empress does. An Empress attracts. Someone's just really weird. This is weird. This is so weird. But someone's if you're such an Empress, then make a wish and make it come true, is how it's going. And this person's trying really hard to make something work for them, and it's just not. Yeah, we have the Moon and the Five of Pentacles. What the fuck? Yeah, this person doesn't know how to come out of some sort of poverty, either spiritual or financial. Or someone's trying to hide the fact that they're in some sort of spiritual or physical poverty as well. Someone talks a lot. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. Someone talks a lot about what they do for work or what they do in general, and there's nothing that's showing forth for this person. Because it's like, I thought you said that you knew how to, bake this cake. And it's like, no, but I do know how to bake this cake. You're just sitting here watching me, so I can't do it. And that right there makes people like sit and think, because it's like, well, if you can't do it when we're watching you, then how could so and so do it whenever we were watching them and they knew it as well? And it's just like, I just don't do good under pressure. Like, someone's just making a lot of excuses. This is really weird. I don't know. They're pulling the same cards that you would, and it's really funny because people are looking at this person like, yeah, right, Buster. Because it's like, oh, you don't have to believe me, but I know it's true for me, and you don't have to meh, 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 meh. And it's like, no, but you really don't have anything to stand on top of. So you're not this thing that you're saying you are, and they're losing their mind trying to convince people the same way that you convince people, not realizing that they can't. And it's just looking really awkward, like someone, it's just, and again, it's like smug energy. Someone's trying to hide the fact. Yeah, this Queen of Cups, yeah, someone's trying to act innocent, but they're in a heavy burden. Someone's doing a huge poker face, especially because the Ten of Swords popped out. Someone's like very emotionally insecure, very emotionally immature, and they're trying their best to mask it. Behind closed doors, this person like loses their mind, but someone's really trying to hide the fact that they're losing everything. I don't know. This person might have like multiple, just like different friend pods or whatever you want to call them, friend groups, and word spreads fast because of this person or about this person. In 1 second they're friends with someone, and the next they go off is like, yeah, I'm not friends with so and so anymore because they're an asshole and yada yada this, yada yada that. And then more and more people start catching on, like, oh, why isn't so and so friends with you? They said this about you. And it's like, no, I just found out that they were being weird towards this person for no fucking reason, or they are trying to, like, they're just really hyper fixated on someone that's like only making their life worse. So I left them because there's no reason to be around this person, because this person is like, there's not working. So this person, whatever they're doing is not working. With the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Queen of Wands is not working. The Queen of Wands, this Queen of Cups, I mean, well, Queen of Wands reversed, Queen of Cups reversed doesn't fucking, it's the same thing, the same person, I mean. But it's like, they either don't have a job, or like whatever they're doing is not working. Regardless, like, people are seeing this person for who they are, and it's like everyone's slowly backing away. And it's not it's not really because these people are cutting this person off. This person is cutting people off to try and save their own grace, which is raising questions. Because these are like people, it's given like people that this person's been friends with for a while, like 5+ years, right? And it's like, why are you not friends with so and so anymore? Like, what's going on? Oh, I don't know, like, they're just really fucking bizarre. And then they started yelling at me for something I did years ago, and I'm just, I just wasn't gonna deal with it. It's really weird. Like, this person's taking out their traumas on other people, hoping that they'll be like you and just not do anything about it, quote unquote. Yeah, no, and it's very obvious. Someone's trying to hide the fact that people are walking away, or someone's hiding the fact that they are walking away. The Eight of Cups upright, the Sun reversed, the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Someone's really trying to do a lot of work to hide the fact why people aren't messing with this person anymore. It's given like someone goes over to hang out with someone on a daily basis. They've been doing it for years, and they no longer do that anymore. And it's like, so why don't you go over to so-and-so's house? Like, what's going on? You haven't been there in like a few weeks. And they don't really have any more excuses to run off of, other than just they don't like this person anymore because of like an argument that they got into. But the argument they got into was started by this individual. This is so weird. Like, someone's just burning bridges to burn bridges at this point to try and save grace. They feel, And they want to. I don't know, dude. But whatever is like, they're in a lot of mental anguish. They're in a lot of self conflict. They don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe you cut off a lot of people when you were around this person, and this person feels that if they cut off everyone too, then they can start living the life like you do, and that is not at all what's going on or how that works. Someone is trying to use your logic and it's not working. Like, this is the fall of a copycat, of a doppelganger, if you really want to say it that way as well. Yeah, Emperor reverse. This person has no power. This person feels powerless. The illusion is busted. This person's status in society's like illusion's been busted. This person might feel like they have like high ranking because they know a lot of people, but that doesn't mean anything. So it's really weird. Yeah, this is weird. This is just bizarre. Sorry, I'm getting like a weird... I don't know. That has nothing to do with this reading, but okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. That's just weird. I gotta do something after this, apparently. Spirit's just giving me a heads up. I don't know, like someone's... Yeah, hold on. Because someone's illusion's being busted. Heavily. Someone does not have really any power. They're starting to realize that. They're realizing that their power didn't come from themselves. It came from how long people are going to put up with them. And they seen you move into some sort of isolation, or you moved on. Like, someone's seeing that you moved with all this mental anguish. The Eight of Swords. I don't know, someone like this it's so weird. I don't know, this person thought that you moved, that the only reason you left is because you were caught in your head, or like that you were stuck, but you weren't stuck. You weren't really caught in your head. You knew what to do. With the Queen of Pentacles, you stayed grounded. You moved the way you had to. With the Two of Wands, you moved forward to a better destination. This person's really starting to realize, or they should be. Either way, it's being shown to them that they don't know you. This person is like, I don't know. They get readings. They hear that you're not like this person, that you're unlike anyone this person's met. But sure, I'm sure they are. Let me think like them. And they don't know how to think like you. They assume how to think like you. They don't know how to think like you, though. But it's one of those things where you know how this person thinks, so they think that they know how you think, because if you know how they are, then they should know how you are, but this person's just a simpleton. I'm putting it out there. Like, they're very 2D. They're not very, like, mysterious or hidden. Like, you would accidentally cut in front of this person, or, like, step on their toes, and they would scream and holler at you, and then someone would step on your toes on purpose, and you would just kind of, like... Oh, well, like, you stepped on my toes, whatever. I don't know. It's so weird. So, like, this... child. The Fool reverse. That's awful. Yeah, someone feels like a complete jackass for working. Someone feels like a jackass for this teamwork, or for just working on this. This plan was a failure. This plan was a fail. Like, this person failed. I don't know. Okay. Wow, that I didn't even need to see that, but okay. So for some of you, this person, they're being treated the same way they were as a child, which was like, yeah, go ahead, do what you want, and no one really caring about what this person does anymore. This person's reliving a childhood trauma because of the work that they put through. And the childhood trauma is just being left alone and not really having people care about what happens to them or what they do. But they did that to get some sort of attention as a child, and that didn't work. So they kept doing it throughout their life to get attention, and that's how they got people to feel bad for them. But now they're stuck back in the cycle where no one really cares. Like, this person might have ran away from home a lot, and that's like not even like from because of abuse. This person just ran away from home because they didn't get their way, and they felt like if they ran away they'd have an upper hand. And maybe their parents didn't necessarily care that much, or they played along with their bit and said, yeah, go on, leave the house, I don't care, but then they'd come back crying. Like, someone's like reliving that trauma right now. Like, no one really cares about what this person, like, what their next adventure is. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go get a reading on collective again. Who wants to come with me? And no one cares. And there's like, okay, so you guys better not do any spell work on me to stop me. And then no one does any spell work. They go get the reading. The reader just kind of goes like, yeah, they're okay. Like, there's no need for you to check up on this person. They're doing fine. It's set, they don't really want you in their energy. There's like a wall between you and them. They don't really want you knowing about their life. And this person's just kind of realizing that it was all a facade. It was all a dream. They have to move away. There's like they that's the Six of Swords. This person, it's hard for this person to move on from you, or like from thinking about you. Maybe you were the genuine first person, the first actual person to show this person any sort of genuine care or emotion towards them, and they just really, yeah, they cannot move on with the Three of Wands reverse. Nah, this is something to do with their childhood. The Page of Cups reversed, the Six of Cups upright. This is an emotional lacking childhood that this person's having trauma from, and they can't move on from it because you showed them the exact opposite, and you weren't doing it because this person wanted you to feel bad for them. You did it because you just do that normally, and this person's craving that same attention but doesn't know how to get it. I mean, they know how to get the attention, but they're a one-trick pony. They want to keep doing the same weird game, and it's not working, and no one else cares. It's like everyone's become a copy of who their mom and dad were, or if they were a single parent, whoever the guardian was, or whatever, if they lived with their grandparents, or however. Maybe this person was adopted and they had to live in foster care, and they're feeling like they are going through foster care again because no one really cares about them, and no one's really wanting to take care of them or listen to their bullshit. And like, they're really having to relive that trauma. And they can't handle it. There's a lot of just, it's like people are rubbing it in their face. It's like maybe this person did try to get a reading on you, and then someone's like, so how'd the reading go? What'd you find out about collective? Just like mocking them, and this person doesn't say anything. Or they, when you want to know, like, yeah, I know all collective secrets. Like, they try and like boast about it, but people know this person's lying. I'm telling you, the Queen of Swords reverse, everyone knows that this person's a fucking liar. No one cares about what this person does. It's like back to normal life. We failed. Everyone else in the party is kind of just like, yeah, whatever. We failed. I didn't gain anything out of it. I'd rather just have my life go back to normal. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore. And this person's still like playing this game by themselves. And it's weird. Maybe that's what this person does for fun. Maybe this person lives that type of like really damp, sour life where they have to like stalk people, to get some sort of gratification. Like, they have to compare themselves and stalk everyone to get some sort of gratification. But like, that's just what they do for fun, and it's not fun with you because even though you're not really doing anything to stop this person, and you're just not the one. Like, your ancestors, you're in tune with them. Like, you're this person's kryptonite. Like, you are the one thing that really like fucks this person up, no matter. Because if they try to ignore you, that pisses them off, because then it's like, so what do I do now? Because they've spent so much time and energy focusing on you. And they only want to bother you, but they can't bother you because you don't play childish games. And this person gets a kick out of playing childish games, but you don't. And you just straight up left them, and that pisses them off, and they just want to keep playing these weird games and trying to get people aboard. But every time it's like your energy is so set, so solid, and it has no like you're just detached from it. You're like, yeah, this person's doing whatever they want. Like that's perfectly fine. Like I'm just gonna move on and move forward. Like they can look at my profile all day long, but like what is that gonna do for them? Like nothing. So I'm gonna be fine. My ancestors are already on that shit. I'm already safe. Like I know this. And this person's just like they don't want to accept that you're different, but they know you are. And they're just seeing if you'll ever come back. And it's weird. Like there's not really a reason for this person to like do this, but this is like ugh. Yeah, this person is like, I don't know, they're trying to mirror you, but they can't. Like it's a really weird mirror because this person's faking everything, meanwhile you're not. It's like a type A and type B personality. Like someone wants to compete and be like, "Oh, I'm better than you than anything. I'm better at you. I can relax harder than you." And they're sitting down and they're relaxing, but they're shaking violently because they're trying so hard to relax. Or it's like you drink water and then this person goes, "Oh, I drink more water than you. I can drink more water than you." And they fucking get like a whole like 2 gallon jug of water and drink it in a day and get sick because of it. Like this person's bizarre. Like I'm not, if this person's actually doing that, then holy shit. But like that's just the examples that are coming up. Like, oh, you think you're a workaholic? I'm a workaholic too. And they overwork themselves and they can't get out of bed the next morning because they're exhausted and they don't put it, like they want to outdo you, but they think it's because you're. It's so funny. This person's so in their head. You literally like, you have beat this person mentally, emotionally, and mentally already spiritually, but this person's losing their fucking mind. The only way you have not beat this person is physically, and I think this person would actually enjoy you beating them up, like physically fighting them, because at that point they would at least have some sort of dirt on you. Like let's just get real, because it's weird. Because someone's like they feel like you're in competition with them, but you're so low key about it that no one can tell, and you're not. So this person's trying to make it as obvious as possible that they're in competition with you to like seem better. It's like I don't know if you've seen them, but I've always like I'll scroll on Facebook sometimes and it's just like there's these videos of like boxers who will like get really up in front of people's faces before like the matching, like where they go face to face to like shake hands and whatever. And it's like these people like they're up in their faces and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you out" and shit like that, and then they get in the ring and get knocked out 2 seconds later. Like after the bell ring, like it's giving that energy of someone's trying to like be all up in your face, all up in your grill and fight you, but then like whenever the test comes of like, okay, so who's gonna do what, you do what you do normally and this person struggles and just gets kicked. Like we have the tower, because it's just the tower, the Four of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and death all in reverse. It's like someone is in an like this person's not like this person can't rest. They're overworking. They're not getting what they're desiring. They're stuck in a never-ending cycle, and they're at rock bottom. Especially with the tower reverse, because the tower reverse sometimes it can give me really good energy building things back up, but with all these being in reverse, especially with death, this is someone that's been defeated and they're just going to keep being in this defeatist attitude until someone picks them back up, because that's what they're used to and no one's picking them up anymore. I don't know, it's just weird. It's so bizarre. But that's the decision that they've made, though. With the Two of Swords, they're stuck with that. They don't know how. They don't know what else to do. They've never been forced to think of a different way other than playing a victim. Now they're a victim, and now no one wants to fuck with them because it's like, oh, say you did this to yourself, and this is your mess that you don't want to clean up. Like you can be a victim by yourself. Like misery likes company. This person's not getting any company, which makes them even more miserable. Because you're seen as the golden ticket, and everyone like it's like everyone knows you're the golden ticket, that you're putting in a lot of work, and this person just did not show you the respect or love or care that you desired, or just the generosity, anything with the positive emotion this person didn't show you. And this person didn't really have an intention of doing that as well. They just wanted to watch you burn out and just overwork and oh, look at you, poor little you energy. And it's like, no, there's no poor little me. There's just like, there's weirdo. There's you who's like being weird about everything. And then there's me just trying to live my life. If someone's like in their thoughts about this heavily, about you moving forward this way, about you just being like resilient, very headstrong. You might have, I don't mean to say it this way, but it's coming out, like you might have really good sex appeal, like you just might look very attractive, and it's just bothering this person because you're not just someone who like looks good. You're someone that looks good and is smart, and you work hard, and you're like independent, and you try, and you're like helpful to other people. You're everything that like anyone would want, but not a lot of people can acquire because it takes not only work on your behalf and others to get someone like you. And it's just bizarre because everyone knows that they're doing that not only to try and act like you, but because they wanted someone like you and they just did not meet the status quota. And that is like, that's it. The damn, oh my, temperance and justice. Things are being balanced out for you, Earth Angel. Your dreams, your wishes, you're pouring into yourself and into others, and you're living a very balanced life. Like you're in so much balance. This could be between a Sagittarius and a Libra, or you could have Sagittarius or Libra in your chart, or just take it as it resonates. But there's a lot of like, you speak it and then you go for it. Whatever you set your mind to, you actually get, no matter what. And it's like not to be tested with. Like no one needs to test you on your strength, on your resilience, because that's a test for you to test yourself on and no one else. Like the divine has already tested you on it and you proved yourself to be resilient. There's a lot of fire energy. It's like someone's trying to bother your passions or bother what you're passionate about. And they felt like bothering your healing journey, which doesn't make sense if you really think about it. Someone thought that they could come onto your healing journey and then bother you on it to better themselves. And who are you? The Hermit upright? The Hangman upright? Yeah, someone thought that they could make you sacrifice something on your healing journey and that would distraught you, but you realized that this sacrifice was part of the healing journey because you couldn't be with this person and heal, and this person didn't see it like that. Someone doesn't understand what healing is. I don't know. It's bizarre. So what's going on here, Spirit? What else is popping up? The Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Someone has to move very slowly. Like they're dragged down is what I'm trying to say. Thank you. I don't know why I wanted to say drugged. This person might be really like on drugs or just going through a lot of mental anguish. Gemini energy, literally mirroring, being the exact opposite of how you are. It's so weird though, because they want to seem unbothered because you're unbothered, and it's like, yeah, Empress reverse. This Empress reverse is just so weird. Can you get back in the deck, child? I know you want to be out. I know you want the attention, but go back in, okay? The box is where you belong, child. Get back in. It's weird though, because this person, and I feel like using the Ghost Tarot because like this person's like in the past. Like this person's kind of just like lost in the sauce. So what else is going on here, Spirit? Let's see here. We have the Six of... Yeah, you... Someone's being told that you win. It's really the... I love how all these cards are upright. That's hilarious. We begin off with the Six of Swords, and what really baffled me was the Six of Wands, and then we have the King of Swords. You're moving forward because you're telling the truth. Like, someone literally sees you speaking shit into existence and then moving on it. You know that... Oh my god, what is that? The kid with the magical crayon? That weird, like, I forgot what that is, but it's that crayon that whenever he draws with it, the purple magic crayon thing, that turn, whenever you draw with it, it turns into an actual object. It's like you have that, but with your words. Like you're just manifesting verbally what you want, and someone's trying to stop that from coming in, and it's not working. You deserve this type of energy around you with the Nine of Cups and the Justice coming out again, because it's your justice. Like it's your emotions are what's manifesting everything for you, and you're emotionally stable. Like so, like they can't throw you off your guard. They can't knock you off your block. It's like someone screaming from a million miles away, yeah, but you still smell like rotten cheese, and you don't, like, you'd barely even hear it, and someone just looks at someone like, why are you screaming that someone smells like rotten cheese? We're in the middle of Walmart type energy. But this is because someone really misses you and they want you back. Because they know who you are, Queen of Cups. Especially with the Hierophant, they know your power. They know, like, spirits on you. They know, like, oh my god, it's like someone wants an equal give and take with you, but they didn't feel like it was equal because you were only giving them what they were giving you, and that's like how it was. Yeah, and oh my god, the Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords. Someone was being very hasteful towards you with the Knight of Wands. Someone was being giving you just a lot of like mental anguish and like making you feel like certain way. So you Knight of Swords, that you sent that shit back really quick, and you're like, nah, you know what, I don't want this energy. Yeah, and the Moon, this person doesn't understand why you get to do that. Like, it's not fair that they got to send me this and that back, but meanwhile it is, because you came here to give equal give and takes. You came here, you met with that person on the prefix of I like doing equal give and takes. Whatever you give me, I'll give back to you. And someone thought that you would give it, like you would play in their face too, but you don't do that. That's dirty. You just move on with your life. Like, if someone gives you negative energy, you give them their negative energy back by making them sit in it and leaving them, which isn't a bad thing, but that's how your actions are, and someone's really seeing that. Yeah, because you have, like, it was a lot of emotional trauma, a lot of emotional baggage, a lot of rough decisions you had to make from the heart with the Three of Swords. It's like you didn't want to move away from this person, but you had to at the same time. With Temperance, you had to pour back into yourself. You had to pour back into yourself. And that was your test, to see if you were emotionally independent, to see if you were going to be emotionally irrational or not. With the King of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Wands, is like, are you going to fight someone, or are you going to move forward despite how hard it's going to be to get your own stability in order? And the Divine was like, whatever way you do it is going to be fine, but it's, one way is going to be a little more long-lived than the other, and you chose the harder path because you would rather. Yeah, I'm telling you right here with the Hangman, you said that's what you sacrificed. You sacrificed the easy way or the hard way, and you chose technically the hard way. It's the easy way because you walked away, but it was the hard way because you had to do so much more, and it didn't feel fair, but it built you up to the energy to where you're able to make the things that you want to make come true. I'm having a hard time saying that sentence. I don't know why. We had the two of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Cups. You're moving forward with self-love, which is causing a major change, a lot of good luck, a lot of good karma, dharma in your life, because you decided to walk away from this childhood injury of feeling like you need a masculine and or feminine energy to be around and protect you. You instead, like, you dug into yourself and found that masculine and or feminine energy inside of you that you just needed to buff up, to like build rapport with, to like not have like to, I don't know what the word for that would be, undistort, but that doesn't even make sense to me. But like you cleaned up your masculine or feminine energy, whichever one was distorted, and you fixed yourself. And I don't want to say that as if you were broken, but you fixed the issue that was keeping you from doing what you needed to do, because you were always dependent on someone else taking you out of a situation, whether it was consciously or subconsciously, and you learned that you were the one that had to fix it this time. Because at the end of the day, you can only save yourself. And it's like spirit was trying to get you in line, because it's like, hey, you are a lot more powerful than you think. You can manifest these things for you. um and you really just got to focus on what you want and not worry about someone else coming in, like, because you're the person that's supposed to come in this time. I'm telling you, especially the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, you had to realize that how gifted you were. You had to realize your power and move forward with that. The Knight in Shining Armor was you all along, and since you did that, you've allowed more energy to come to you. But you had to play the role that you weren't able to play. You had to, like, defend your child self. And that's the truth with the Ace of Swords. I'm telling you, like, you really had to become the person that was going to protect your inner child, because no one else was protecting your inner child for you. You had to do it yourself. You had to realize, and you did. And it was Six of Swords. It was very rough. It was very hard transition to go through, but you did. But someone still thinks that all this work is fake. It's so funny. It's so funny because no matter how, like, deep and like, oh, this is such a good story, this person still wants to think it's fake because they just see you in this Ten of Swords energy. Because they're in this Ten of Swords energy. They feel, I don't know, someone feels like the contract is still there. This twin, because here's the thing about contracts and twin flames and shit. Some people have this ideology that these contracts in the ethers can't be broken. They most certainly can. As above, so below. Remember that law forever. Every contract that you have can be broken and can, like, no longer affect you. Yes, it's going to change the trajectory of your life, but they can be broken. And someone still thinks that they're attached to you by some sort of etherical contract, and they're not. Everyone is everyone's soul, like, mirror. Like, everyone's a mirror, because everyone, like, your soul is in everyone. You can always find a bit of you in everyone. Your soul is always present. But you don't have a contract with this person. You've eliminated this person out of the book of life for you. Like, they're no longer part of your story. This person is just a fabrication of, like, energy that can't be destroyed, because energy can't be created or destroyed. It's just part of a past, like, experience that you've had, you know? Like, this person's not going to be erased from your Akashic records, but in your Akashic records, it states you learned the lesson from what this person has taught you, and you're able to move forward now with a greater understanding of how you are impacting yourself, how you are impacting this person, what you could do better, what you could, you know, look for in people, things of that nature. Like, just because you don't like this person or want this person in your energy anymore doesn't mean that they're going to be destroyed out of your energy. They're always going to be there. That presence of that person is going to be there. That's just how energy works. It's just the laws of physics, the laws of even quantum physics. It's just how it is. Yeah, children reverse. You don't have a childhood wound with this person anymore. It's been healed. Like, there was a childhood wound that this person in particular was sent to help you heal from. And that doesn't mean that they're going to be with you 24/7. Sometimes they'll help you learn, and then they'll teach you the lesson by being that exact wound that you need to work on, you know? Sometimes you got to get bit by the snake before you can get the antidote. You know, poison is cured by poison. But, like, you don't have a childhood wound with this person anymore. It's gone. Whatever childhood wound this person made present is gone. Is gone, is gone. Abundance and love. Exactly, abundance of love. You got an abundance of love coming towards you because you healed this childhood wound. It starts internally, it expands externally. You know? And that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it all. Is, like, you weren't able to attract the love you wanted because of this childhood wound. And I tell a lot of people that. I used to, whenever I first started doing readings, and we have karmic relationship on the bottom, seriously, I'm telling you, but I had a friend that kept asking me to do, like, relationship readings for them, and I told him in one of the readings, like, you just have to, like, heal from a childhood wound, because a lot of your issues that pop up are just childhood wounds that you've pressed down and forgot about. Which is why it's always important to, like, think back to your childhood and make sure that you're actually healing these types of energies. Because it might not seem like an issue, but really think about it. especially once you awaken to it, you'll start identifying people with your parents. Like I have identified so many people in my past with like my mom's energy or my dad's energy or my sister's energy, because it's the same way it's not the action, it's the energy outputted. It's the same. You visualize the actions, you see the actions, which is one clue, and the energy is the other. You have to use those two to figure out really what's going on in a lot of situations. That's why, using your senses is a huge thing. How do you feel? How are you seeing it? How is it affecting you? How the taste is like, how is it affecting your field? But regardless, it's like you're either learning how to do that more, or you've already known that, and knowing that is healing this inner child wound. Because thinking about this person, you're immediately going, it's not the person, what's the issue? Like if this person keeps popping up in my field, why are they popping up? Who's causing you to pop up? Because it's not you anymore. I'm over you. Who's bringing this energy? What's going on with the energy? What event in my life caused this energy to stay prevalent? What's causing this energy to come back up? And that's the way you're starting to look at things, or you're needing to start looking at things, is less of the people and more of the energy. And you're starting to figure out a lot of it is just like deep childhood wounds. I'm talking like shit that you don't even remember until you remember it, like in the vault, locked away. And it's like almost surprising you because you remember it and you don't really feel the attachment to it. You just see the image, the thought of it. You just see how you felt. You don't really feel it anymore because you felt it so much. And seeing where that issue roots from allows you just to eliminate it completely. And that's why you're getting this new abundance of love. This is why like this karmic relationship had to happen, because you're destined for so much greater, but you were settling for less without even knowing it. We have soon, regrets, and happiness. Yeah, soon your regrets are turning into happiness. Soon, like I love that. Soon, regret, happiness. This new abundance of love is coming soon because of because of all the regrets. There's no need to regret anything. The happiness is on its way. You've like, that's the beauty of healing. Once you really get to that part of healing, and even if you don't self-actualize it, it's one of those things that one day it just snaps with you and you're like, oh my God, wait, so that's how I healed from this. That's why this had to happen. It's those tiny seeds that the divine puts inside your body that once they fully sprout, you're like, oh fuck, that's why I was healing from this, or that's why I was stuck here for so long, because I keep repeating something from the past. And it's like you've unlocked that code. You've cracked that case. It's part of the riddles, your Akashic records with Thoth. It's how that riddle works. It's how those things like flow. Like how can we solve it? You're your own mystery, Karma, it's not me. Yeah. Karma and it's not me. Yeah, no. You don't get it. You're happy because it's not you. You're happy because your karma, you're free. You're free from this physical pain, this pain that's been on you forever. You were guided to get help. You got help. You were guided. You were helped to look at some fears, and you're free from it now. You're free from this karmic cycle of not even another person, because it's of yourself. You had to learn the lesson, not only of, so what is this person doing to me, but what caused this person to come into my energy? What happened to cause this energy? And what did I do back then to quote unquote deserve this energy? And you kind of have to look at it in a deserving way, just as the sense of like knowing that you didn't do anything wrong, but it still happened to you, and nothing happens to you without reason. Every action has a reaction. That's just the laws. And you had to really like step your ego aside and be like, you know what? It's something, I did do something. Even if I did nothing, it still counts as something. And your ego wants you to defend yourself and be like, no, you're completely innocent. And yes, you're innocent, but there's not a reason for you to be innocent. You're innocent because you're here. You're innocent because you're made out of love and light. You're not innocent because you didn't do anything. That doesn't make any sense. You're innocent because you just are. You're pure. Everyone's pure. You just have to get back down to the root of it. We have Menhen that wants to pop out. Protection. Heavily protected. Heavily protected. With 33, that's 35, excuse me. But you were heavily protected. Something that your past had to reoccur. The past came back for a time. We have Newt and Metzgerger. Yeah. You had to understand something. It was written in the stars. It was about your destiny, about your path, about your past as well. You were protected from your past to find who you were. With Metsurger again, the snake. You had to get bit by the snake to remember the poison. You had to go through this trial of why is this happening to me? You had to go through those same responses that you did as a child, but as a more mature figure, to just see it from a different angle, a more honest angle. Because that's what the divine really wants you to do, to let go of these things and not just to feel like, oh, I didn't deserve this or I didn't deserve that. It's the whole energy of, like, again, a chemical force on the bottom with Heka. That's how you transmute, because it does not start from when that person enters your life. It starts from the second you enter in this world. Some of it happens before you enter this world. Some people have like trauma because of like the way they were given, the way they were birthed and things of that nature, just all over. We have a mut, which is devastation. You really had to sit around, and really it sucks, because with the mut being out here after righteousness, you had to, after Metsurga, you really had to go through the worst. But Selkus, healing, you had to go through this devastation again to heal from it. You had to prove not only to yourself but to the divine that I am grown up now. I'm not emotionally immature. I want to heal. Let me heal. Let me heal. And then the divine says, okay, I'm going to let you heal. We're going to make you heal from the things that are holding you back, though, not from these small things that we can worry about later. Let's get you on the path, because you really want to get on it, so let's put you on it. Like, you got what you asked for. And that's something else you might want to really remember, is when did you say that you wanted to start on this healing journey? When was the day that you set your foot down, either in front of a group of people or by yourself, and said you wanted to heal? Because from that moment on, your whole life switched. From that moment on, the divine was testing you. Even you saying that you wanted to heal was a test from the divine that they were eagerly waiting for you to do. That's what they're always eagerly waiting for anyone to do, is to take that first initial step and say, I want to do this. And you did it. Whether it took years, whether it took months or weeks or whatever the fuck, you did it. You sat down. Time is an illusion. It doesn't matter. Time heals all wounds, but it needs that action behind it. Like, you can sit on an issue forever and it won't heal itself. You have to go in and figure out why it hurts. Why is it going? What's going on with it? Is there anyone else that wants to come out? Okay. So we have Fat, we have Amon-Ra, Shu, and Kanum, which is skill, creation, order, and peace, and resourcefulness, all in order. Yeah, you created this. And again, with Fat, this is something about like a childhood like a really deep childhood wounding that you healed. You brought order and peace to it. You brought light to it. You brought a lot of light to it. You stepped into your power. You realized that you had everything within, and you took control. You had to use your resources wisely. Your resources just being who you are and what you know. Who's on the split? Apophis. Yeah, to get away from this darkness, to get away from this energy that was circling you and making you feel less than, or that you weren't able to do certain things. But you broke free. And that's just how it is. There's a lot of just... Because a lot of people, some people think that you won't make it to a certain age because of who you are, or some people think that you won't be able to do something, or some people just think you won't make it because of past actions, but you're really like, that was the energy that was around you, and you overcame that shit. Like, because you got the key. I'm telling you, because you have the keys. You have soulmate. What's this soulmate about? Or you unlocked a soulmate. Power. What's going on with this spirit? You might have had the power to unlock a soulmate. Maybe a soulmate was unable to come towards you because of this energy, because of you not having this new emotional standpoint as well. But you have someone new that's like either looking at you or wanting to come in. Because of this, we have nature spirits in relief. Yeah, it's something about... God, it's given like creation, like your love. There's a need to keep your focus, though. Or you shifted your focus from this karmic path as well. Like, yeah, focus really wants to come out. So someone wants you to focus in karmic path on the bottom. It's like you were almost so focused on this karmic path that it was keeping a soulmate from coming towards you because you were allowing that energy to stay around. But since you've done this healing, since you've done this external growth, this internal growth, excuse me, the growth externally is showing. Yeah. Maybe you've been speaking with a lot more gratitude. You've been saying a lot more things that involve gratitude, just using your voice in a more lighter manner as well, meditating about like the past life, about your past as well, and just giving yourself the grace that you needed to give yourself. Oh my Lord. Yeah, heavy on the meditation, or there's a need to meditate as well, and really, yeah, because it's something because this meditation that you've been doing has been guiding you to shed off this old skin and grow. So there's a need to definitely do more meditation because this meditation is helping you a lot. It's shedding a lot of fear, a lot of old boundaries, a lot of just old ways of being. And it doesn't mean you have to, like, meditation doesn't, you don't have to light your candles and shit. Meditation can just be sitting down before you go to bed and just really letting your thoughts wander and digging in on them. Because you are protected heavily, like emotionally you're protected. You're not gonna, and even if you do get a little riled up because of some sort of past emotion, you know how to ground yourself, you know how to like get yourself back in order, which is beautiful. And it's like you've changed so much, and you need to not allow other people to drag you back into that old energy. They can say whatever they want about you, but they don't know who you are. So yeah, there's just like a really, really big need of just giving yourself more grace, because you've done a lot, and Spirit wants you to feel proud of who you are and who you've become. There's just a weirdo. I'm gonna leave it at weirdo because I don't know what else to say. Like, they're just bonkers over you because of your healing, because the ability of you not caring about the past that bothers someone because they care too much about their past. And Spirit just wants you to know that everything's okay. Like, you are good. Like, you are good. So let's get your angels. We have love. Here it is. Love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. Study and learning. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. Leap of faith. I am ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. Change and transition. Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. Trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. Balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing balance into my life into balance. We have Earth Angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. You have take a step back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what is not serving me. Spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. And Archangel Uriel with a shine your light. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. I love that. But that is y'all's reading. Thank you so much. Again, if you didn't see on the community tab, I have a secondary book out. It's just a bunch of channeled messages. I felt called to do it one day. It's just a bunch of channeled messages from different deities, different angels, just with supporting guidance. It's the same price as the duality book, $15. Just send me an email and asking for it, and I got you. If you want a reading or anything, email me or use the Google form, and I got you with that as well. But regardless, thank you for all the support, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, everything. I'm glad that we're able to get the messages out. I'm glad that we're growing just as a community and healing, because it's beautiful. I'm just happy. Expect more things coming in the future on the way. I've just been working slowly on things, but we're working through it. I love you all so much, though, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever, and I will see you later.